So, hello, this is like a small bit of a tutorial for, I guess, just how to hover, how it works, and the technique that I use to do it. There are pretty much like two techniques, and I'll show how to do it. So, sorry, pretty much first how it works. I'm in this first level here. So right now we're with Danny. Now Danny, as you can see, if you hold the left trigger, you lock on. This is an in-game intended mechanic. So if you move to either left or right side and press A, we can roll like this. So you roll, and of course you're locked on, so you're always facing straight. And of course you can also roll backwards. So if you're moving backwards, tap A, you just roll. Or you step back. This animation. And it just so happens that if you do a roll in any direction and then cancel that roll with throwing a projectile, so with X, you can start another roll right after in the air. And doing that action over and over does not diminish your height. Not really. And so you can see just with the thumb joint, if I go like, start with A and then cancel X and then press A again, do that over and over, you can roll. So just, again, holding the left trigger to lock on, and then I'm gonna, for this example, moving backwards, and then I'm just gonna AX, AX. And you can see we floated there for a bit. And now, of course, I lost a bit of height, and so that is not really the most efficient way to do it. Sorry. And so the way that I do hovers most often is actually like, I believe it's called maybe the typewriter method. I first heard that term used in actually N64 GoldenEye, and pretty much I seem to be able to alternate faster if I use these two fingers for the buttons. So this one on X, this one on A, and then you can just like tap like this, almost like maybe some Guitar Hero method, tapping like this. And I'll start from this high up platform, and I'll show you techniques. So holding left trigger, this finger, then I'm going to move down, and then I'm going to do this. And you can see we lose height a lot slower, which is good. And so yeah, that's pretty much how I hover for the ones, like the hovers that require some precision. That, otherwise doing this method, the thumb joint going like this, you might not make it. And of course, you can actually switch directions of the hover in air. And so the robot, similar to Danny, has infinite ammo for shooting, so we can hover whenever we want. Sorry, the robot cannot hover forward, so only backwards, left and right. And so yeah, I'm going to do this here. This one, for example, you can see we have to go right there, so down that tunnel. And the trigger is kind of a bit low, and so for this one, I would say the method in which I use for hovering like this typewriter method might give a bit more strain on your hand, your fingers, and so for this one you could do this thumb joint method, as the height loss doesn't really matter that much. So I'm going to show both methods. So first one, this thumb joint. So a bit left, and then I'll start the the left hover here. So yeah, you can see here obviously comparing the top of the screen to where it cuts off, we are losing a bit of height with every hover. And that is fine. Okay, so you saw there, I just shot. So there's the trigger, and that's the end of the level. The robot actually shot a projectile, and so when that happens, it's pretty much indicates that you're close to dropping the hover. Of course, you can drop the hover, and once you do that, you cannot start another one. So with Walter, actually this character is the only one where you have to pick up projectiles. Yeah, so you're starting ammunition, you don't have any. If I press X, nothing happens. So we pick this up, there we go. Now we have 3, and again, it doesn't matter how many projectiles you have. You need just at least 1 to hover. It's not like you're gonna run out of them. So yeah, with Walter you actually can hover forwards. So I'm just gonna show that here. Actually, one of the strats uses exactly this. So I'm going to go here and then start the hover and jump out of it. So I jumped out of the hover. How does that work? Once you reach the point where you want to jump out of the hover, you pretty much have to be not in the roll state, not in the pressing A rolling forward state, or else if you try and jump, you'll roll instead. You won't jump and you won't get the height. You won't be able to move out of it because you'll be locked on. And that's another thing, you can't be locked on. And pretty much your stick should be in a neutral position, and you should be in the canceling one. So I'm going to try to explain here, try and show it. I'm jumping, and then I let go, and I jump out of it. You see that? The animation right there was Walter was throwing like this, and you're able to jump out of that. Otherwise, if you're rolling, you can't jump. Rolling, you can't jump out of that because you're stuck in it. So once again, hover, stop, and then you jump out of it. So it might take a bit to learn, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, hope you're able to hover now. Thank you.